Okay, hey baby stinker, how you doing? It's Daddy here again. Okay, making you another video, and this time we're going over the letters of the alphabet. Okay, and we start out with the first letter of the alphabet is the letter A. And we're starting out with airplane. Okay, these fly around in the sky and they take people all over the place, and they get them there really, really fast. Okay, so that's airplane. And we have something that they say, apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's supposed to. Doesn't always happen, that kind of thing. But that's a fruit for you to eat, okay? Mommy feeds you a lot of this stuff, and applesauce that you eat, okay? And that's it for A. Moving on to B is balloon. Or I'm sorry, ball. Okay, we got one card ahead of myself. This is something you and Daddy are going to be throwing around a lot when you get older, okay? So that's ball. There's balloon. You can have a lot of these at parties, okay? You had a lot of them at your birthday party, which also starts with B. Then we have a bat, which you use to hit the ball with. When you put these two together, you have baseball. Okay? So that's what a bat's for. And you have blanket, which is something that you wear to keep you warm at night. Okay? And then you have blocks, which you like to play with a lot. You like to build things, but you really like to tear them down a lot. Okay? But that's blocks, also starts with B. And you have a boat. That's what rides on water and gets people around, okay? And then we have a book here, okay? And Daddy is doing, in college right now, studying a book, and that book is called the Bible, okay? Which also starts with B, okay? It's the most important book that Daddy has, and Daddy's learning a lot about God, who is the author who wrote that book, the Bible, okay? Then we move on to the letter C, cake. Like you had your birthday cake. Hold on a second. Okay, I'll take that later. Cake, like your birthday cake, okay? You got your hands all over the birthday cake, and your face and everything. Then we have the letter cat. We don't have a cat, but we have a dog, and usually it's said that dogs and cats don't get along together, but I've seen evidence otherwise. They can play pretty good together if they know each other. Okay? We have chair, which is what you sit in to eat your food. Starts with C. Okay. And we have cookie. Okay, this is one of Daddy's favorite foods. Daddy's favorite one's the chocolate chip cookies. It's like the all-American cookie right there. But Daddy also bought some cookies from some Girl Scouts outside of Walmart today. Thin Mints and Caramel Delights. Those are all some really, really good cookies. And you've had some of Daddy's Oreos too. This is a cow. Okay, and when you they make a sound like moo kind of thing. Daddy doesn't very good example, but you get the idea. Okay, but they give you milk, and with the milk, you can eat the cookies. That's right. It's one of Daddy's favorite things. We also have a cup that you can hold the milk, so that you can eat the cookies, and the milk comes from the cow. There you go, kiddo. We also have, moving on to the next letter, we have the dog. Dog is like Prince, what we have, okay, our German Shepherd, okay, big, likes to play a lot. The next one is duck, in this case a rubber ducky, like what you play with in the tub, okay. We move on to the letter E, uppercase and lowercase, like for elephant, it's a big animal with a really big trunk, okay. It's really loud too, and it's heavy. Or like an eagle, which is a really big bird that flies around in the sky. It's like the bird of our country, the American eagle. And E is like the first letter in the word energy, which Micah seems to have a lot of, and Daddy not so much. Okay. So moving on to the next one is foot, F. Okay. That's like you have 2 feet, and you use those to stand and walk and run and play with, and sometimes you suck on your toes, which are attached to your feet, okay? So that's foot, okay? And we move on to flower, okay? Flower is what you were surrounded with on that little blanket on Mother's Day when we had put flowers all around you and said, Happy Mother's Day, and you gave Mommy a flower and some flowers and a card. So that's what that was, a flower. Okay, or there's a frog too. A frog, they say, is one of those things that, you know, if you eat it goes ribbit, kind of like Kermit the Frog on Sesame Street. And there's a fairy tale that says that if you kiss a frog, If a pretty girl kisses a frog, it turns it into a prince. Now, I've never seen that happen myself. And, well, Daddy's pretty cute and all and everything, but I don't think I was ever a frog. So, you might want to talk to Mommy about that and see, but I don't think I was ever a frog. Got me thinking on that one. Anyway, move on to G. That's glove. Now, there's two kinds of gloves here. There's a glove that you can wear to keep your hands warm in the winter when it's cold out. And there's this kind of glove, which is a baseball glove. Okay, see the ball in there? And this is a glove, and you use that to catch it because the ball comes really fast, so the glove protects your hand. Also, G is for gift. You got a lot of these for your birthday. The presents that had all that paper you were tearing through and everything, and then you wanted to play with the paper more than you wanted to play with the gift. Well, yeah, that's what was inside the paper, was the gift. Okay? Then we move on to H, which is house. That's where I'm recording this at right now, is in a house. And so, while I'm in this house, Mommy and Daddy are finding a new house out where you are so that we can all be together in a new house. Okay? And enjoy life happily ever after. Next is hand. That's what you have. You have two of them, just like Daddy does. Daddy's holding cards with one, and Daddy's got another one right here. This is hand. Okay? Then we move on to I, the letter I. Okay? Uppercase and lowercase. And I is like the first letter in the word illustration, which is another word for a picture. And, well, Daddy wasn't going to go there, but you'll learn soon enough anyway. I is also the first letter in the word idiot. Okay? And the best example of an idiot would be politician. Look to D.C., Washington, D.C. Dad will teach more about that later. Okay. Now we move on to J. Okay? And J is like the first letter of the word name, Jesus, Jesus Christ. He's the King of Kings, and he's the man that we follow as Christians. Okay? J is also the first letter in the word jaguar, which is two things. There's a cat, a really fast and loud cat, and it's also a car. Okay? And J is also the word in jacket, which is what you wear outside when you're really, really cold out. Okay? So that's jacket. And the last letter that we're going to cover in this part of the video is K. Right there. See K? Okay? K is in the first letter of the word king, like Jesus is king. He's a king. King of kings. He's a king over all kings. Okay? It's also the first letter of the word kite. Okay? And hopefully we'll get you a kite and show you how to fly it and have all kinds of fun with kites and stuff. K is also the first letter in the word kitchen, which is where we make a lot of food, like all the goodies, the cookies and stuff like that. We make a lot of good stuff in the kitchen. We don't eat a whole lot in the kitchen. Well, we're not supposed to, but sometimes Daddy dips into the goodies and stuff. But just, we'll keep that between you and me. We're not going to tell Mommy about that stuff, okay? But anyway, that's K for kitchen, okay? So, that's the end of this part of the video, and Daddy's going to make the rest of it here in a minute, okay? I love you, baby stinker. Bye-bye.